And I'm Dave.
And come with us to convert our dusty Mark 7 Transit into a beautiful camper. In this video, we're focusing on painting and then vinyling the cupboard doors. We initially bought quite a few testers from B&Q, Homebase, places like that, but we finally decided on Egyptian cotton from Dulux. It just worked with our colour scheme quite well, and we are quite happy with the way it turned out.
Is that enough?
Yeah.
Voila!
Our original plan was just to paint the walls and the bed frame. So as you can see, Dave chose the bed frame because he's lazy and wanted to sit down, and I did the hard job of going for the walls.
Hold on. You've just sat down.
And for those of you that might be upset that we haven't used protective tape over the trim of the bed frame, don't worry, we're just going to get a new trim.
As you can see, we got a little bit carried away and ended up doing the ceiling and all the other walls as well. And also the doors.
And voila! Our first coat is complete. Just don't watch the patchy bit around the bed.
So our next step was to vinyl wrap the drawer fronts and cupboard doors. We initially painted these with a paint, obviously, but it was a dark green paint that we didn't really like. So we've decided to wrap them instead. Neither of us have done any wrapping before, so we'll see how it turns out.
There you can see the green colour that Dave was referring to in the two drawers that we'd already wrapped. They just looked a lot better in our opinion. So we decided to go ahead and vinyl the other items that we were going to also paint that dark green colour.
looks way better.
And just when you thought it couldn't get any better, the Egyptian cotton got whipped out again.
We even went to the extent of removing our tiny little wardrobe in order to paint behind it.
Dave says we, but he really meant I, because I would have never gone to that extent.
I got a bit carried away here too as well. Painting bits you're not even going to be able to see.
Although in this video we do look like professional painters, decorators and dancers, we were actually struggling a little bit because it was hard to determine on the second coat what had already been painted. And now back to the vinyl. Considering we'd never done this before, we were actually breezing through it. We took to it like a duck to water. It was actually a lot more simple than we'd anticipated. However, we had the looming dread of the next cupboard door on our shoulders. Bam! Do you see the edges on that bad boy? At first, we weren't sure of how we were going to approach this kind of cupboard door. I found a tutorial online where a woman had vinyled a similar cupboard door. I told Dave about it and we agreed to go ahead with that method. He must have been asleep during that conversation because it turns out the whole time we were doing this, he was actually winging it until I pulled him up on it and referred back to said tutorial, and he admitted that he had no idea what I was on about. However, the best method for this kind of vinyling, you just want to heat up the vinyl with a hairdryer or a heat gun. If you poke little holes in the corners of the ridges and use a squeegee to push the air out while simultaneously heating up the vinyl, that should work best.
So that's our decorating done for now. If you're a fan of budget campervan builds and travelling content, then please subscribe. See ya!